In the DRC, it's time for election promises a few months before the presidential elections. Opposition candidates have begun to draw plans to fight poverty, as the online newspaper Maliactu shows us. Felix Tshisekedi said Wednesday that he wanted to multiply the average income by 10. The rise will be from $458 to $4,288 per year. And to fulfill this promise, Mr. Tshisekedi is counting on a budget of 86.71 billion over 10 years. Another candidate, Jean-Pierre Bemba, promised an $80 billion development plan over 5 years. The former president of the National Assembly, who became an opposition candidate, Vital Kamerhe, has put his program at $114 to $120 billion for education, health, and social housing. None of these candidates have shown how they intend to find all these billions. Even if it is true, as explained in Maliactu, the DRC is a country that has rich subsoil, diamonds, gold, and the mining industry brings it to about $40 billion a year in the country. Except the article concludes, according to one of President Kabila's advisors, the country loses $15 billion to corruption. The results of the presidential election in Mali are expected today, but do we really need to know them? Asked the Burkina daily newspaper, The Observer. Soumaïla Cissé's camp already rejected the results even before they were announced and accuses the power of fraud. Today it is Mali and Zimbabwe where the results of the presidential election were contested. Yesterday it was Gabon and Guinea. So why do elections on the continent lead to electoral disputes, sometimes violence? It's true that presidents often manage to lose elections they organize, but fortunately there are counterexamples, the newspaper explains. These include cases of Ghana, Benin, Senegal, Zambia, and even Blaise Compaoré, Burkina Faso, where the loser had the elegance to congratulate the winner even before the results were announced. Muslim, veiled, former refugee and Somali. At 36, Ihan Omar has won a Democratic primary in the state of Minnesota in the United States. According to the Zimbabwe Mail, she is well on her way to being elected to November to Congress, one of the most powerful institutions in the country. The newspaper tells us that she grew up in Dadaab refugee camp in Kenya, and a eventual election to the U.S. Congress represents an opportunity to change perceptions about refugees and Muslims. An LGBT candidate is also making a name for herself in these elections. This is Christine Halkist, the first transgender woman to be elected governor. So it's a real wind of change blowing through American politics.
C'est donc un véritable vent de changement qui souffle sur la politique américaine.